Hi, welcome to Nonprofit 302, which is Nonprofit Leadership. This is the fall of 2019, and I'm Dr. Charles Harrington. A number of students have had me before, including my advisees, call me Dr. H, so if you want to call me Dr. H, hey, that's great. This is an introductory video. Classes are going to start on Thursday, so I want to just take a moment or two, kind of introduce you to the topic, introduce you to the course, kind of give you an idea of what to expect, and then kind of lay out what's going to be happening here in the next few weeks. You're taking this course, one, because you're interested in leadership, obviously, in the nonprofit sector. Also, you might be taking the course because it's offered online. A couple things to keep in mind. This is an 8-week-long course. We'll start Thursday. The last day will be October 11th. So, as you know, a full semester is 15 weeks. So when you think about an 8-week course, what you do is you're thinking about taking a 15-week course, squeezing it down into an 8-week course. So you're covering twice as much material in half the time. So we're going to cover a lot of material. It's going to go relatively quickly. So just want to kind of give you a heads up. Think about your time management and types of things you need to do in order to keep pace with the course. I've designed it in a way that it's not overly burdensome, but you're going to have to be on your toes. What I want you to do before class starts, two things, really. One is on the Blackboard site, you'll see a link for the syllabus. Here's a copy of the syllabus. I want you to read it carefully because it outlines kind of what to expect, what we're going to be doing, when we're going to be doing it, what the assignments are, when the assignments are due. The second thing that's really important is the book. This is the book for the course. The book is called Leadership in Nonprofit Organizations. It's edited by Riggio and Orr. It's a Josie Bass book that you should be able to get online, gethalf.com. Other places, our bookstore does have it. I'm looking at my notes here. At $69, $70 new and $50 or so used. You might be able to get it cheaper online, but I'll leave that kind of up to you. You got to have the book. Invariably, I get a student ask me, hey man, do I have to have the book in order to take the class? And my answer to them is no, you don't have to have the book in order to take the class, but it's unlikely that you'll pass the class without the book. So having said that, this is a course on leadership, leadership characteristics, leadership styles. You're going to hear firsthand accounts of how leaders describe their work, how they view the import, the necessity, and the challenges of leadership. You know, we live in really complex and challenging times organizationally, and leadership is arguably the single greatest and critical element to the success of an organization. And certainly that's the way for nonprofits, and I'm going to tell you that leadership is leadership is leadership. It doesn't matter if it's a nonprofit organization like, say, Goodwill or Animal Rescue Upstate, or a for-profit entity like BMW or Michelin or J.M. Smith. Leadership is a mix of skill, art, inspiration, and insight. It is the difference between whether a company just gets by or they thrive. And I'm going to also suggest to you there's probably no single greater topic in the nonprofit or for-profit arenas that have called for such devotion and zeal as leadership. There are literally thousands of books and monographs and manuscripts written on leadership. So I'm going to expose you to some of that. And hopefully as you go through the next 8 weeks, you'll examine your leadership style. You'll take a look and take stock of those areas, assess your strengths, and maybe evaluate your challenges or weaknesses and look at ways to improve. As we look forward to the future in the nonprofit sector for sure, we're starving for leadership now. It's even going to get worse. So you could not be studying this at a more opportune time. So here's kind of what we're going to be doing. Every week I'm going to come to you in a very brief video, very similar to what you're seeing right now, and in that weekly video I'm going to talk about deliverables. I'm going to talk about what you're supposed to be doing for the week, maybe touch upon the topics a little bit, and then suggest to you ways that you can focus on getting work done. I want to talk to you about deadlines for work. In the syllabus I say every week you've got something to do, whether that's a journal where you write down your reflection on what you've read, or you take a quiz, or you provide a paper or a leadership brief. All of that work is due Saturday night at midnight. I thought about having stuff due like everybody else does at Friday at 5, but I know a number of you that are in the class. Some of you are working mothers. Some of you have child care issues and elder care issues, and some of you work non-traditional schedules. I think I got one or two of you that are working second and third shifts. And I think if I'm not mistaken, I think one of you, France, Germany, somewhere taking the class, which is incredible. But the point being is that because of the mix and schedules and responsibilities that people have, your stuff's due Saturday night at midnight. Please manage your time wisely. If you have any questions, you run up on a snag, you got difficulty, something unforeseen comes up, you can call me, you can text me, you can email me. All the contact stuff is in the syllabus. If you need help, I'm here to help you. I'm really excited about you being in the class this semester. Hopefully you're going to learn a lot. I've been doing this for a while. I'm going to tell you that I'm not the end-all, be-all, know-all about leadership. I'm clearly not the sharpest tool in the shed. I really don't profess anything, despite the fact that that's my title. I can look at myself as a mentor and a guide. I want to walk you through some issues related to leadership to get you thinking about what leadership is, how you develop this contextual knowledge, how do you develop these skills, how do you put them into play, and kind of assessing your leadership toolbox, and getting a much better grip on who you are and how that is aligned to what we know about leadership and great leaders. So I'm grateful for you being here. I'm excited about you being here, and I know that this is going to be not in this class, but I know this about each one of you because I've looked into your backgrounds, and I don't mean this in any kind of cheesy way. I'm looking forward to this being the best semester that you've ever had. You've got an incredible opportunity right before you. Take advantage of it because these things only come around once. I want you to be it. I want you to live it. I want you to achieve it. So I'm going to come back to you, give you an idea of what we're going to be doing week 1. And rest well, my friends, because things are going to take off, and it will take off just like a rocket. So I'll see you virtually.